My best friend walked into class and announced that he was starting a free Diddy petition. What the helly? Someone said. But Jason ignored them and just started walking around the class, handing out sheets filled with arguments about why Diddy should be free, makes good music, name rolls off the tongue, misunderstood. The room was silent other than some hushed laughing. Everyone else was just staring like we'd been seduced by Medusa. Then we heard someone crying. I looked over and saw Jason's girlfriend Daisy, already packing her bag in tears. Daisy was a sexual assault survivor, and seeing her boyfriend advocate for Diddy clearly wasn't the best way to start her Tuesday. She stood up, grabbed her bag, and ran out of the room. The whole class, even the kids laughing, went quiet at once. That's when Jason looked directly at me. There was this weird, disappointed look plastered on his face. Like he was let down I wasn't vouching for Diddy with him. He dropped his printouts and chased after Daisy, and then to my absolute disbelief, Jeremy in the back started laughing. Yo, this is hilarious. He walked to the front of the room where the petition was left and signed it. Who's next? 3 other kids signed it too as a joke. Our teacher hadn't even come into the room yet. I decided to grab my bag and go to talk to Jason. In my mind, there was no reasonable explanation to start a free Diddy petition. I was walking through the halls, and I could already hear people whispering about the petition. It had been like 4 minutes. How is it spreading this fast? Then the intercom crackled. Will Jason De Los Santos and me please report to the principal's office immediately? I stopped walking. Wait, why the hell am I being called? I didn't do anything. I walked down the hallways with people recording me. This would definitely be online later. I strolled into the principal's office, and Jason was already sitting there, arms crossed, looking at me angrily. He reminded me of my ex trying to convince me I was the problem after she cheated. Either way, Daisy was sitting in the office too, eyes red. She wouldn't even look at Jason. Principal Tush sat down at his desk. He looked like he'd aged 10 years in the last hour. Jason here tells me you two have been planning this petition as a joke for weeks now, he told me. I whipped around to Jason. What? Where did you get that from? Jason didn't say anything, just pulled out his phone. Remember a couple weeks ago when we got baked at my place? Yeah, why? Well, you had this brilliant idea. He played a voice recording. It was my voice, clearly baked to the moon. Yo, imagine we start a free Diddy petition the day after his sentencing as a joke. See how many people sign it. I had zero memory of saying this, like absolutely none. Principal Tush was rubbing his temples. What's worse is your little joke has become a meme. The petition has 200 signatures. Jason and I both froze. 200? Yes. Students think it's hilarious. They're signing it ironically. He paused. The local news picked it up. They'll be here in 20 minutes, and you two will have to explain on camera why you decided to start a free Diddy petition. My stomach dropped. No. Jason looked pale. Crap, this is bad. Daisy stood up. She'd been quiet this whole time. I can't even look at you right now. She walked out. Principal Tush stood. I'm going to meet the news crew in the lobby. You two sit here and think about what you're going to say. He left. The second the door closed, Jason grabbed my arm. Bathroom. Now. We ran to the bathroom down the hall. I have an idea, Jason said. We huddled in the handicap stall and formed the plan. It was completely insane, but it might actually work. We walked back to the principal's office. The news crew was already set up. Camera, reporter with a microphone. The whole thing looked like we were about to confess to murder. The camera started rolling. So, why did you two start a free Diddy petition? Jason took a breath. We knew this would be controversial. We knew it would spread. That was the entire point. I jumped in. To make things clear, Diddy should rot in prison. We're not actually defending him. The reporter looked confused. Then why? Because we needed you here, Jason said. We needed news coverage. Then he looked at me and gave the signal. Last week, Mr. Crooks, the janitor at our school, was caught grooming a freshman girl in his closet, I said. My heart was pounding. The school's been covering it up, refusing to do anything about it. Jason nodded. So we created something so shocking we knew the local news would show up and let us expose the truth. The reporter's expression changed. She wasn't looking at us like idiots anymore. You're saying there's an active predator at this school and the administration is aware? Yes! The reporter turned to Principal Tush. Sir, is this true? His face went completely white. This interview is over. Turn those cameras off. We're live, the reporter said. Answer the question. Principal Tush walked out of frame. He literally left his own office on live TV. The story blew up. Mr. Crooks got 8 years and Principal Tush was fired. A week later, Jason and I were sitting in the cafeteria. He looked over at me. Dude, Daisy still broke up with me, so I was thinking, wanna start a free the nipple petition?